Whoa. Hey there. What's happening? What's going on? A little chilly, which I appreciate because it was hot today. I'm gonna move you guys, move myself and you guys. I am you. What is going on here? I am myself. Okay. Anyway, be closer. I'm smoking some Old College. Old College. It's a Virginia Latakia, Burley, and Black Cavendish. Just looked that up. I forgot what was in here. I remember this being very like a Burley forward English, but we'll see. I remember it kind of not being very good, kind of having like a funky thing going on. I was looking at the cigar for the reviews on the smoking pipes, and this guy was like, "I flunked out" or something. Like there's a bunch of like negative reviews that have pretty funny titles. Anyway, Old College. It's pretty cool. Kind of like plumes up like that. I think this is a bulk only blend, and but there are some little like flakes in there, which is cool, you know. So there was some kind of pressed Virginia or something. It's okay. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. Just a little bit of Latakia going on. Not much. Just a little bit. A little bit of Black Cavendish thing going on in there. I feel like this is mainly like a Burley, mainly a Virginia Burley, mostly Burley, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. So I've ended my uh, Scotch rehydrating experiment, rehydrating some Shandygaff and some Crowley's Best, and both of them they've been sitting there for a full week. Yeah, maybe one day short of a full week. I think a full week. Um, and they're definitely rehydrated, and the tobacco definitely has a Scotch aroma to it for sure. So I put it back in its mason jar and let it sit there for a few days, and I'll smoke some in a few days. See what happens. You know, I like the smell of Scotch, so it smells good to me. But we'll see how it. Can't drink it though, but I do enjoy the smell of it on some tobacco, and but we'll see if it translates over to the smoke, and just see what happens. Did I completely ruin it? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway, other than that, I kind of wanted to. I see all these people making these VRs, these video responses, which I assume VR stands for. Uh, and one of the videos I was watching, and one of the dude's questions was, um, what kind of mistakes did you make in your early pipe smoking career? And while this is not a VR, um, I guess it is. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But it got me. Uh, it was pretty obvious to me. I made one major mistake, and I just didn't know any better. Uh, and I thought I would just share that because maybe somebody is also doing that, and doesn't have to. Your life can be better. So anyway, this is it's not that deep, but anyway, when one sec. I care about my smoke. I care about smoking way more than I care about talking. So I would rather my pipe not go out. I'd rather just enjoy it. Well, when I was smoking a pipe a few years ago, I had two pipes, and I found some English Oriental Supreme, which is Peter Stokeby bulk, and they had it at my local cigar shop. And what I would do is, I wasn't really serious about pipe smoking or whatever. I only smoked one bowl a day, maybe in the morning, and it was just English Oriental Supreme, and I was happy with that. And I would buy an ounce, and they put it in a little Ziploc bag, and then I just smoke through that, and then stop by there on my way home or whatever it was on the way, and buy another ounce, smoke through that. I did that for like 2 years, and in the evening I was smoking cigars, and it was fine. I was enjoying myself, and then I don't know, something happened. Just flip, switch, flipped, a flip switched, and I was just like, I'm tired of cigars. Or I actually didn't say like I was tired of cigars. I just want to get more into pipe smoking. And the more I got into pipe smoking, the less I really cared about cigars. Uh, I've smoked so many good cigars, and I'm not gonna say that like I'm tired of smoking good cigars, but at some point, I'm just like, I'm not willing to spend the money and the time, because it takes way longer to smoke a cigar. Um, to just like smoke a cigar. I'd rather just smoke a pipe, like. And I'm very particular about the draw. Uh, and one of the huge bummers of spending a lot of money on a cigar, or even not spending that much money on a cigar, just and then it's rolled like shit, and it just doesn't fucking draw. And I was smoking pretty cheap cigars, $3 a piece, off of a cigar page. I'd buy them by the 20 pack bundle or whatever. And yeah, sometimes you get a cigar that doesn't draw, but like it's pretty rare, But then I smoked plenty of expensive cigars that draw like terrible, I couldn't like barely smoke them. So I don't know. Anyway, uh, I just got more into cigars a couple of years ago, and sorry, I got more into pipes a couple of years ago, and cigars kind of fell by the wayside. But anyway, because that was my habit of, I'd go to the cigar shop, I'd buy my little ounce of English Oriental Supreme, smoke through that. When I started buying a bunch of different tins, I had the same mentality. I'd open the tin and I'd put it and empty it out into a Ziploc bag, 2 ounces, and then I'd just smoke through that. Okay. And that's all I would smoke. Morning, noon, and night, I would just smoke that one blend, and I would just smoke through that tin, 3 bowls a day. And by the end of the that 2 ounces, it would be all dry and stuff because it's just in a Ziploc bag. And but then so I went through like a whole bunch of tins like that, and that was a huge mistake because I'd look at a tin and be like, no, that looks interesting. I'll open that one, and it would be like a Latakia bomb, which is great, but it's like fucking summertime. Excuse my language. And it would be like summertime, and I'm like smoking this Latakia bomb at like noon, and it's like, this sucks. Like this would be great if it was nighttime and it was cold. I'm very like into the thing of like the weather, like I like to have different blends at different times of the day and according to the weather. It's like I feel like it's not like I don't know if it's like a flavor thing, but it's like a feel thing. Like I like more aromatic stuff in the morning, and not like full blown aromatics, just lightly, like and then like I can name a few, ones anyway, but like and then more kind of lighter Virginia burley stuff in the middle of the day, and then like heavy stuff at night, Latakia, Kentucky, Break at night. Anyway, but I only found that out, somewhat recently, maybe within the last year. So I don't know how I realized this. I think maybe I was watching a YouTube, and I was like, I'll put this stuff in mason jars. I have a whole bunch of mason jars. I'm pretty sure I saw it like on a YouTube, but so I'd open a tin, I'd put it in a mason jar, and it didn't dry out, And I'm like, well, if I can put it in a jar and it's not going to dry out, then I can have like hella jars, like 10 jars, and I can just have like 10 tins open with a whole array of different blends and have them all at my disposal, So that's what I do now, and so I can have all different kinds of blends at all different times of day, and So anyway, that was like a big mistake that I made. That just opening up one tin at a time and smoking through it and like putting it in a Ziploc bag. So if you're not jarring up your stuff, put it in a jar. But I think most people do that. But the other thing that I see a lot of, well, not a lot, but sometimes on YouTube is this dude will be doing like a review or something, and he'll like open up the tin and then like pack his bowl like right out of the tin, and whatever. I used to do that, but now I found that uh like I'll open a tin and put it in a jar and let it sit there for like a week in the jar, or at least 4 days or something. And then it's usually still pretty moist because usually stuff in the tins comes out pretty moist most of the time. Sometimes it's like perfect. Rarely is it's never really dry. It's usually either perfect or a little moist. I don't know. So after it's sitting in the jar for a while, I'll take a pinch out, let it dry for at least like 10 minutes or something. And then I'll pack it and smoke it, what I mean? So it's like, it takes some patience, like some preparation. To let the tobacco breathe in that jar and do whatever it does in there. And so anyway, I've learned that, over the years, and it's really definitely improved my enjoyment of the hobby of pipe smoking. Well, I thought I'd share that. The other thing I like to do is I don't like to open a tin unless it's 2 years old. So I have a whole bunch of tins, and I have a bunch that are maybe 10 or so that are at least 2 years old. I've organized them in their order of date, and so, but I have enough of variety that even if the tin I'm going to open next, um, maybe it's like very similar to another blend that I already have open, but it's like I already have like three other Latakia blends, and like it doesn't really matter. Like I have a whole array of blends, so it's not like it's gonna be missed or something, uh, you know, or I'll just leave it in the jar and smoke it later when you know, after I smoke through some other similar blend or whatever. Anyway, so that's kind of cool, you know. Um, I don't know if 2 years on a tin is. It's got to be something. I mean, it's like, it's got to be something. Something's got to be going on in there for 2 years that makes it better than if it was just fresh, like a month old or something. So yeah. Anyway, that's about all. Nice day today. Went to the gym. Went to my hilariously tiny men's meeting. I don't know. Have to go to work tomorrow, which sucks, but got to make some money so I can buy more tobacco and pipes and stuff, and pay my gym membership. It's like, and whatever else. So I unfortunately probably won't have a pipe tomorrow morning because I have to be at work at 5:30. So I don't think I'm gonna wake up at like 3:30 to smoke a pipe. I don't know. I might. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes I like leaving an extended period of time. Between pipes. Like today. I think this is like my fourth one. And my tongue. My palate. Gets a little bit burnt out. So I probably won't be smoking another pipe until you know 12:30 tomorrow. So that'll give me a lot of time. That's a it's like after that amount of time, that many hours between pipes, it's like it's a really enjoyable bowl. Um, who knows? Maybe I'll do it like a pipe fast, and not smoke for one whole day. That'd be something. Hopefully not. Little side story. Uh, I went to Oklahoma a few months ago, and I didn't bring any of my pipe stuff. I didn't bring anything to smoke, and I was like, I'm just gonna, I'm just not gonna smoke. Uh, See how it goes. It's been several years since I've not smoked every single day, multiple times a day. I'm not gonna fucking die. Like it's gonna be okay. And I know it was cool. But in the middle of the trip, I had some time in the morning, and I looked up on Google if there were any smoke shops around, cigar shops, and there was like a really nice cigar shop. Uh, um, nice as in, not nice as in expensive and luxury stuff. Not like that. It was just like very like down to earth, but it was like huge. It was like they had like multiple rooms and good people, and it was cool. Anyway, I smoked a Liga Privada T52 Robusto. It was like $18, which it's a lot of money in pipe terms. That's a lot of money, right? Like you could buy like 2 tins or something. Anyway, um, that was like the first cigar I'd smoked in quite a while, and it was really freaking good. Uh, that's a great cigar, man. Liga, either of those, the 9 or the T52. Anyway, but I was asking the proprietor, uh, what's up with the, you guys don't have any pipes, you know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, man, like the taxes are like crazy, and um, I don't know. People are really into smoking though. Like he was saying, like the place gets packed on like Friday nights and Saturday nights and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess they just they can't have any pipes though because of their crazy taxes or something. So like that sucks. I don't know, but I'm glad that I found that cigar shop just within walking distance of my hotel or whatever. So I was really happy about that. That was a really good cigar. And the pipe that I smoked when I got home was awesome. And so it's nice to take a break sometimes. Not that I recommend it, but if you have to take a break, it's okay. Anyway, Old College. There's another blend called Old Court, which I have not had yet. But maybe one day I will. But this is Old College, and I don't know, man. Maybe I'll try to infuse this with some scotch and see if it makes it any better. It's okay. All right. All right. That's about it. Thanks.